Sonic Frontiers is a game I really enjoyed from start to finish. Now, I have never played a Sonic game before Frontiers, which I know for a gamer as myself, most of you are looking at me like I'm crazy.
What?
But let me explain. Growing up, I had Nintendo and PlayStation consoles. I never really grew up playing Sega games or owned any Sega consoles when they were still around, so I never really got much experience with Sonic. Now, just because I didn't grow up playing Sonic games doesn't mean I didn't know who Sonic was. I was just more into playing Mario games because, you know, who doesn't love Mario? Now, I really like open world games, and if you're a subscriber of the channel, you know I've played a lot of them. Now, when Sonic Frontiers was announced, I thought it looked cool and I wanted to give it a try. Also, I kind of promised my friend HyperSilverYT, which you should totally check her channel out, which is totally not a shout out, but it kind of is. Now, I knew Sonic was fast, but I didn't think that the game would make you run super fast, which in hindsight, I should have known. The controls were kind of hard to learn at first, plus I'm not used to moving so fast on screen. You know I'm getting old when I can't even tell what's going on the screen. Well, guys, I officially have graduated as a boomer.
Okay, boomer, shut the fuck up! What the hell? Can we just find the rings and get over with it?
I really loved how the game just had amazing songs from the beginning to the end, and apparently most of my viewers said that was the case for all the Sonic games. I honestly need to play more Sonic games more on this channel, which y'all need to remind me of because I'll forget, so you know, like and subscribe. I like Sonic. I think he's funny and most of his jokes are great. You know what? I could say I like most of the characters in this game. Amy, Knuckles, Tails, and even Dr. Eggman had a great amount of dialogue and chemistry with Sonic. The open world is just as diverse from all the different islands you get to visit. You can see all these great and weird structures that make you want to explore everything in this world. I constantly found myself running it everywhere, riding rails, destroying boxes to get cool items, and collecting all the rings I could get. I could see why people like playing Sonic games, and honestly it makes me curious to play more of them. I thought enemies looked weird but also cool, and they helped make this game feel mysterious and ominous. I constantly kept roaming around, taking in all the sights and beautiful colors of the scenery. What I really liked was doing the trials at the portals, where it would take you through mini levels of different Sonic games, which was both a unique and familiar take to what we see in the main game. Some of these challenges were hard and I had to replay them several times, but honestly, I could say I really had a lot of fun getting through them, plus the music was full of bangers that made the levels feel way more alive. I appreciate how many hours the Sonic team at Sega put into developing this world, because it really shows how much they care about the Sonic games. To be honest, I didn't expect the Sonic game to go as hard as it did. One of the best features about this game was the boss fights. Finding all the Chaos Emeralds and turning into Super Sonic was so badass. It really made you feel powerful, and it reminded me a lot of how I felt when I watched Goku turn into Super Saiyan for the first time on Dragon Ball Z. Getting to use all of our abilities while flying in the air fighting these massive titans was very cool. The music during the boss levels also hyped up every moment of the battle. It really felt like we were in an anime with badass music. Fighting all the bosses had its own unique style to it that it made it feel fresh and wholesome. Defeating the bosses was very fun, challenging, and it made it feel 100% worth it when you were done. I think one of the best moments of Sonic is where Sonic and Dr. Eggman finally decided to team up to take on the real villain of the story, which was cool to see because throughout the whole game the stage tells Dr. Eggman that if they work together with Sonic, they could accomplish anything. This of course infuriates Dr. Eggman because Sonic and him have been enemies for years. Even the thought of teaming up disgusts them, which is pretty funny. The addition of Sage was cool because she's this advanced AI that Dr. Eggman has created to help him understand these new mysterious lands. Eggman, while being his usual bossy self, does care about her and eventually calls her his daughter when she sacrifices herself to defeat the final boss. Sage truly becomes inspired by Sonic's actions throughout the events of the game, since she witnesses Sonic put his own life in jeopardy over and over to make sure his friends are safe. Sage learns what it means to be a hero and a true friend despite the odds being stacked against them. Now, while I'm used to playing long games, I could say this game makes the experience of playing it worth every dollar and then some. Leveling up Sonic is easy and it's not too complicated to unlock all his skills by the end of the game. I had way too much fun collecting everything I could get. The side missions in this game also weren't too painful or boring as in other open world games, plus they gave us insight into what is really happening on this island and what happened to the Guardians that lived here. One aspect that caught me by surprise was how they incorporated the hacking in this game to feel like a sped up version of Galaga, which was cool to see and experience. Now, if none of this makes you want to play Sonic Frontiers, you need to see a doctor right now. Just kidding, but no. You really should give Sonic Frontiers a chance. It really stands out and delivers more than you expect. This game will truly make you feel like Sonic, and this is coming from a person who has never played a Sonic game in his life ever. Now, if you've played Sonic, well, this is just another game you can add to your sweet Sonic collection. If I had to be honest, I had no idea what to expect going into this game, but I could say confidently that this game is awesome from beginning to end. I have a lot to catch up on when it comes to Sonic games, movies, lore, and who knows, I may get some chili dogs along the way as well. If I had to rate Sonic Frontiers, I would honestly say it's a 9.7 out of 10. The game was a lot of fun, from its crazy puzzles, open world, bosses, story, and so much more. This game deserves a lot more praise and attention. Now, while this game may not have won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, it won a special place in my heart. While I'm not a hardcore Sonic fan like some of you, I could say now with certainty that I am. I will most likely play more Sonic games on the channel in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I would love to read your thoughts about this game or about Sonic. I do try my best to read and reply to almost all of you. Anyway, Anyways, I hope you enjoy your day, and here's a video that is recommended for you to watch from YouTube.